our first little lady right now. Gentlemen, I give you Flame LaRose.
Steve, did you know anything about this?
No. I guess Robbie was right. He said a bachelor dinner's a bachelor dinner, and sooner or later in come the dancing girls.
Well, maybe it's Tom's idea of a joke.
Yeah. If it is, he didn't tell her. Dave, I don't want to be a wet blanket.
I know. This isn't for me either.
But let's see if we can't duck out of here without putting a damper on the enthusiasm, such as it is.
Oh, Steve, you got a light?
Yeah.
Well, I guess Tom thinks that's the only way to make a bachelor dinner official.
I hope she doesn't catch cold. But at least we had a good turnout for Fergie, huh?
Yeah, right.
Don't anybody move. Turn on the lights. All right, I want to get some names and addresses here. How long have you gentlemen been in here?
Fellas, please, will you help me?
Look, Miss LaFlame.
LaRose.
Miss LaRose, what is this, part of the gag?
Gag? That's no gag. That's a raid in there.
You mean a real raid?
Yes, a real raid.
Dave, maybe we better go back in there and see if we can straighten it out.
Straighten it out, that? Oh, look, let's get out of here, Steve. It's every man for himself.
Oh, wait. What am I going to do? My clothes are in there.
Well, I'm terribly sorry, miss, but I'm a married man. Now, good night and good luck.
Well, you're not married.
Well, no, I'm not married, but that doesn't mean I'm going back in there after your clothes. Good night.
Mister, you can't just leave me here like this.
What else can I do?
Oh, mister, this is the first stag I ever worked.
Now, let's get one thing straight, Mr. Rose. That was not a stag. At least it wasn't at first. It was a simple bachelor dinner.
Call it what you want. I'm just a dancer, see, and I was out of work, and my agent called, and I needed the money. Can't you please help me?
Well, all right, I'll give you some money, and you take a cab and go home.
A cab? If I set foot on the street to get a cab, the first cop that sees me, whammo, he's not going to believe I was babysitting in this outfit.
No, I don't imagine you would. Put on my jacket. I'll give you my business card, and I'd appreciate it if you'd have it returned to my office tomorrow. Good night.
Oh, wait. Couldn't you just drop me at my hotel? It isn't very far, and I could hunch down. Nobody would see me.
Sorry.
We'd sneak out through the parking lot.
Oh, all right. Come on.
Thanks, Mr. Douglas. You're a real gentleman. Now, if you wait just a minute, I'll go get my key and run up to the room, get a coat, and I'll bring your jacket back.
Yeah, fine. Now, then hurry, will you? I'd like to get home.
Okay,
What's the matter?
I'm locked out of my room.
Locked out of your room?
I owe him $45. That's why I took that miserable club date tonight. And now the manager left orders not to give me my key unless I come up with the money. All of it.
Well.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not your problem. Here. Gee, thanks for everything.
Well, it's all right. I wish I could help, but I'm afraid I don't have $45. Of course, you do have someplace to go.
Dressed like this?
Oh, no, I mean, you have a family or a girlfriend.
Yeah, back in Peoria.
Oh.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be okay.
Yeah, well, I wish I could be of more help, but, well, good night.
Good night.
Good night. Look, Miss LaRose, put the jacket back on and come with me. First thing we're going to do is get you some clothes. My son Robbie's about your size.
Oh, you have a son?
Yes, I have 3 of them at home. Well, come on. Looks like everybody's asleep. Now, you just wait here. I'm going up to Robbie's room.
Oh, Mr. Douglas, here.
Oh, why don't you just leave it to...
You won't be gone long, will you?
Oh, I'll have some clothes for you in a minute. You just trust me.
Mr. Douglas, if I didn't trust you, I wouldn't be here.
Oh. Here, and I'll get the milk for you.
Well, why can't I get it?
Because I just want to get it for you, that's all. You'd like me to get it for you, wouldn't you?
Well, when I'm in bed, I like you to get it for me. But then you always tell me to get it myself.
Well, that's different, Ernie. Well, it's just different, that's all. You take my word for it. We'll discuss it in the morning. All right, Ernie, I'll get you some milk, and then you can run upstairs and hop into bed, huh?
Dale, can I see you do it again? Get me the glass that way.
Oh, Ernie, why don't you just drink it out of a bottle, huh?
Neato. Thanks, Dad. Night.
Good night. You sure that's all the milk you want?
Yeah. Night, Dad.
Good night.
Gee, this takes me back to high school. My dad and I used to have coffee after a dance. Gee, I didn't realize Peoria could be so nice.
Well, here we are.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Douglas.
That's all right. Just need to get you back in your room and have a couple of meals. You can pay me back whenever you can.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you. You made it out to flame LaRose.
Oh, yes.
I just used that name for tonight. I don't know whether you believe me. That was the first time I ever danced at a stag.
A bachelor dinner, please.
Bachelor dinner. My real name is just plain, stupid Margaret Smith.
Well, I'll tear this one up and make one out to just plain, stupid Margaret Smith.
Get it.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this the Douglas residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I have a package here for Mr. Stephen Douglas. It's some clothes.
Hey, you guys, it's Flame LaRose. I mean, Miss Flame LaRose. I didn't recognize you with your clothes on.
Well, come in, Margaret.
Is it all right?
Well, of course it's all right.
Dad told us all about you. I'm the one who saw you last night. You were wearing that other thing.
Ernie.
Well, she was, weren't you?
That's enough, Ernie.
Margaret, this is Uncle Charlie.
How do you do?
Oh, yeah.
And this is Chip, and this is Ernie.
Hi.
Dad.
Oh, and this is Robbie. Fellas, this is Margaret Smith.
Hi.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Can I call you Flame? It's a pretty name. Margaret reminds me of Margaret Guggenheim. Yeah.
Robbie, I think these are yours.
Oh, thank you.
Your father was kind enough to lend them to me last night. We had a little emergency.
You had a couple of loose spangles, so I tightened them up.
Well, come on in and sit down, Margaret.
I'll heat up some coffee.
Fine, Charlie. Watch your step.
Maybe you'd like some cold pot roast from the icebox.
No, I don't think I have time for pot roast. I'm on my way to the airport. This is sort of thanks and goodbye.
Oh.
But I did want to tell you something before I left.
All right, everybody. All you kids out.
Oh, no, please, all of you.
Margaret, believe me, no thank you speeches are necessary.
This isn't a thank you speech. It's just something I want you to know. I did some thinking last night for a change.
I guess you don't get much homework.
I realized I hit rock bottom. dancing at a bachelor dinner and locked out of my hotel room and depending on a complete stranger for help. It isn't what I had in mind when I left Peoria. So, this morning I wired home for some money. Enough to pay my hotel bill and for railroad fare, and I tore up your check. And, I'm going home. I'm going back to my old job in the department store. Back to a lot of nice, unglamorous people I used to think were squares. And I'm gonna try to pick up the pieces and make a life that a man like you could respect. Because last night I realized I wanted your respect very, very much. And I hope someday I'll get married and have some kids, and I hope their father will be a real gentleman like you. Thank you.
Well,
Bye-bye.
wait.